Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss the SM culture universe, and more specifically, how SM groups and their pre-existing concepts fit into it. Although this is something that has been talked about more recently, especially since aespa's debut, the concept has existed for much longer. Some believe it started with EXO's debut, while others even say it goes back to TVXQ. In the Come Up 2020 conference last November, Chris Lee, the current CEO of SM, confirmed that the groups have been connected and that this has been planned since 2011.
큰 세계관으로 펼쳐져 나갑니다. 저희는 내부적으로 그것을 SM Culture Universe라고 부르고요. 제가 오늘 뒤쪽에 더 얘기 드리겠지만 이것은 저희가 꿈꿔왔던 2011년부터 선언했던 Virtual Nation이
Alright, so it exists. But is everything part of it? Ballads, personal solo projects, collaborations? One possible indicator of whether a video is part of the SMCU is the sound on the SM dot. The first video to have this is the NCT 2020, The Past and the Future Ether video, which came out on September 25th, 2020. Since then, some videos from SM artists have had the sound also, while some haven't, thus indicating that some videos are not at all related to the SMCU. There are not a lot of confirmed intergroup connections pre-Resonance era, so it's difficult to tell what exactly is and isn't part of the SMCU and what roles groups may have, especially ones that debuted earlier. We'll start with Kangta. His song Cough Syrup has the sound. Because there is only that video to go off of, it's hard to tell what part he might play. In the SM Town 2019 VCR, he has the crystal that controls the train that goes between groups. So if we take that into account, he might be someone who has a lot of influence or knowledge. Oa's song Better has the sound, as well as several videos talking about her journey as an artist. I have seen comments and theories about her being a villain, perhaps even the Black Mamba. This is reasonable due to her stage name being a snake, and also the general vibe from Better, which includes a scene that looks like when the Kwangya turned red in Black Mamba. However, I personally don't think she is a villain because of the other videos that are included. I rather think she is a powerful, non-partial force, and aespa may have even reached out to her for help in Black Mamba. TVXQ's concept, if I remember correctly, is being gods. Now I'm not exactly sure how this translates to their music videos or what their role as a group might be in the SMCU, but I do have theories about the member solos. Yuno's Thank You also has the sound, as well as his B-sides Time Machine and Eeny Meeny. Now, Thank You is a case where I'm not sure how deep it goes with the lore, because I'm pretty sure Yuno had more involvement with the album and its concept than SM did, but I will touch more on that concern at the end of the video. For now, let's imagine it is. This is purely based on my own speculation, but based on past music videos, Yuno could be an important figure of an organization, perhaps even the Red Force? Anyways, in Thank You, he is double-crossed and strikes back at the group he is with and leaves their ranks. I'm not entirely sure how Eeny Meeny fits yet, but Seulgi is in the music video. The track video for Time Machine is pretty strange, and the lyrics are pretty much just about traveling in a time machine. We'll have to wait and see how Changmin fits into the SMCU, but Chocolate may very well be connected. So far, none of Super Junior's music videos have had the sound at all. However, that might be due to the ending format. As you could see, the dot doesn't even appear, it's just the company names. So, they might be part of the SMCU, or they might not be. If they are, then their most recent music videos, as well as Super Junior D and E's, are probably good to look at. Much to my surprise, What Do I Call You is not part of the SMCU, while Think About Me is. SM has a tendency to sleep on its own groups, so Girls' Generation has not had a whole group comeback or subunit comeback recently to indicate SMCU involvement. However, some think that Run Devil Run and O are connected to what's currently going on theory-wise, so that's something to think about. Don't Call Me and Atlantis both have the sound, as well as character teasers for Don't Call Me and the Fake Reality mood sampler. As for solos, I've never watched them for the sake of creating theories, but all of Taemin's music videos from Criminal until now have had the sound, and Key and Onu are both supposed to have comebacks this year. I have read a comment that Taemin said that none of his music videos from Never Gonna Dance Again are connected to other groups, so I will once again talk about that at the end of the video. As for their role in the SMCU, FX no longer has any members under SM Entertainment, so there is no confirmed SMCU content, and there likely never will be. However, I would like to mention that they were probably going to be incorporated, especially with music videos like Red Light and Four Walls. EXO has a lot to unpack with their storylines, so I'm not going to dive into that too much. I have seen people who are worried about what SM will do with EXO's storyline if they're incorporating them into the SMCU. However, I don't think you need to worry too much. I think that all incorporations will be rather small. For example, in Don't Fight the Feeling, they were speeding across Kwangya. The Kwangya is actually a middle ground between dimensions, and considering the role of dimensions in EXO's lore, it actually fits pretty well, even if it does sound pretty cheesy. Some music videos that have the sound include Don't Fight the Feeling, Don't Fight the Feeling character teasers, Bambi, and might even take place in the Kwangya. Naughty is the only confirmed Red Velvet related video as of now. Wendy and Joy solos have not been in the SMCU. I'm still trying to get a grasp on their group's storyline, because in some music videos they feel like having a beach party, and in other videos they feel like committing murder. Because of these murderous tendencies, I do think they have a villainous role in the SMCU. There are also other instances, such as the snake from the monster stage and the snakes in Next Level, which match the members' colors. We will be getting a Red Velvet comeback in August, which is super exciting, so we'll see where their story goes then. NCT has a huge storyline about dreams, and I honestly hate how slept on it is. All the subunits have their own story going on within the concept, and NCT's whole lore fits really nicely into the SMCU, with the place they go when their dreams are synchronized possibly being the Kwangya. Videos with the sound include the Ether video, Make-A-Wish, 90s Love, Work It, From Home Rearranged Version, Kick Back, Hot Sauce, and Hello Future. SuperM is a direct product of an SM cinematic universe where groups with different storylines coexist. As they say, they are adventures, all coming from separate worlds and backgrounds. It seems like they were meant to be a team of heroes, but based on recent music videos such as one, that might not be the case. The only video with the sound as of now is We Do, but based on their concept, I do think that most of their music videos are probably connected to the SMCU. aespa is the most closely related group, and also the group with the most confirmed information. We know what they want, what they're going against, and where they're going. There's a lot left to figure out with Karina potentially being manipulated by Black Mamba, and we also have yet to see if they will fight for good or evil. Videos they have with the sound include their logo intro, the Black Mamba intro, all 5 sync videos, Black Mamba, Next Level, and the SM Culture Universe video. Now I'd like to talk about how flexible or inflexible the SMCU might be. Personally, I'd say it's pretty flexible. Now, of course, the lore has structure and has been planned for a long time, but SM has to take other things into account sometimes, like unexpected events such as the ban in China, which delayed the debut of a China-based NCT unit, or songs go to different artists, like how Don't Call Me was almost a BoA song, or member lineup changes that happen. There's also, as I've been hinting at, creative decisions from individual artists. So, I do think that SM has some kind of method to balance the worldview with these kinds of things that happen. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any theories or information about group lore, please put it in the comments. I'd love to read it. I also have a Pinterest that I've created for SMCU, and I'll link that in the description, and it's also in my bio.